Thank you, before we go any further, for letting us have a tour of SpaceX.
You're welcome.
And letting us be there for the rocket launch.
Sure.
One of the absolute coolest things I've ever seen in my life. And we thought it was only like, I thought it was a half a mile. Jamie was like, it was a mile away. Turned out it's almost 2 miles away.
Yeah.
And you feel it in your chest.
Yeah, it's
You have to wear
very
earplugs,
intense.
and you feel it in your chest, and it's 2 miles away.
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then to go with you up into the command center and to watch all the Starlink satellites with all the different cameras and all in real time as it made its way all the way to Australia. How many minutes? Like 35, 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Wild. Watch it touch down in Australia.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. It was
Crazy.
amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
The Starship's awesome. And anyone can go watch the launch, actually. So you can just go to South Padre Island and get a great view of the launch. So it's like where a lot of spring breakers go. But we'll be flying pretty frequently out of Starbase in South Texas. And we formally incorporated it as a city. So it's actually an actual legal city, Starbase, Texas. It's not that often you hear like, hey, we made a city, you know. That used to be like in the old days, like a startup would be you go and gather a bunch of people and say, hey, let's go make a town. Literally.
Right.
That would have been startups in the old days.
Or a country.
Yeah, or a country.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
If you tried doing that today, there'd be a real problem.
Yeah,
maybe
things are so much set in stone on the country front these days.
You might be able to
more
pull
or
it
less,
off.
You
might be able to pull it off. If you got a solid island, you might be able to pull it off. You know?
Think it's probably.
You know, like Larry
make a new
Ellison
country.
owns Lanai.
Yeah, you could probably.
Is this it right here?
If you put enough effort into it, you could make a new country.
This is one of the different ones. This is one of the ones that you catch, right? Or is that one?
Yeah, that's the booster. So that's the super heavy booster. So that's the one with the booster's got 33 engines. In its by version 4 that will have about 10,000 tons of thrust. Right now it's about 8,000 tons of thrust. But that's the largest flying object ever made.
I had to explain to someone. They were going, "Why do they blow up all the time if you're so smart?" Because there was this fucking idiot on television. Some guy was being interviewed, and they were talking about you, and he goes, "Oh, I think he's a fuckwit." And he goes, "He's a fuckwit." And he goes, "Why do you say he's a fuckwit?" "Oh, his rockets keep blowing up." And someone said, "Yeah, well, why do his rockets blow?" And I had to explain.
Yeah.
Because it's the only way you find out what the tolerances are. You have to. You have to.
You have to explore the corners of the box. So like, so when you do a new rocket development program, you have to do what's called exploring the limits, the corners of the box, where you say it's like worst case this, worst case that, to figure out where the limits are. So you blow up. Not admittedly in the development process, sometimes it blows up accidentally, but we intentionally subject it to a flight regime that is much worse than what we expect in normal flight, so that when we put people on board or valuable cargo, it doesn't blow up. So for example, for the flight that you saw, we actually deliberately took heat shield tiles off the ship. Off of Starship in some of the worst locations to say, okay, if we lose a heat shield tile here, is it catastrophic or is it not? And nonetheless, Starship was able to do a soft landing in the Indian Ocean just west of Australia, and it got there from Texas in 35, 40 minutes type of thing. So
it landed even though you put it through this situation where it has compromised shield.